Check, check, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, testing, testing.
Well, welcome to the Banks Homes Riverside for the Vitality Blast Women's Clash between Durham and Essex. Durham with the great news that they've qualified for finals day next week. And we have a scorcher of a day here in Durham. News from the toss is that Essex have won the toss and have elected to have a bat first. We'll go through the team news first of all. For the home team, Holly Armitage as captain, Catherine Fraser, Emily Windsor, Bess Heath, Heather Graham, Mia Rogers, Emma Marlowe, Grace Thompson, Sophia Turner, Trudy Johnson and Katie Levick. And for Essex, it'll be Grace Scrivens, Annika Bosch, Jodie Grucock, Sophia Smale, Jo Gardner, Bryony Gilgras, Liberty Heap, Amara Carr, Eva Gray, Kate Kopak and Esme McGregor. As you can see, the players making their way onto the ground. You're with myself, Ash Thorpe, and Steve Banks. Steve, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. Steve Blades here for the great chance to watch the women's team having qualified. They want to keep on a winning streak and go forward to finals day at the Oval next Friday in good heart.
Indeed. They're missing a couple today, and one who will have to make up a huge absence for is Maddie Villiers, who's playing in Test match down at Lords.
Yeah, but that's made up for to an extent by the fact that Catherine Fraser's back in the team now after her spell away in the World Cup. And Durham have had a real benefit of having had a very settled side through this competition. It's made a big difference. Everybody's known their roles and been able to contribute right down the batting order and through the bowling lineup. And different people have stood up at different occasions.
Yes, absolutely right. It sees them in just their second year in professional cricket qualify for that finals day down at the Oval next Friday. And I'm sure they'll want to take a couple of wins with them down there. And if the formula is anything to go by, it'll be Trudy Johnson with that new ball, who's been absolutely superb this year.
And it looks like Grace Scrivens to take strike and Annika Bosch at the non-strikers end.
All set here. And a beautiful afternoon. Light breeze coming in from the east, but it's another warm one, as you can see, from a very thirsty outfield here at the Banks Homes Riverside.
I don't think I've ever seen it looking quite so dry, and must be a real challenge for the ground staff here. They really do have to put up with all the vagaries of the weather.
Indeed. And it will be Johnson to start us off. She'll ball from the Lumley end. Grace Scrivens on strike. A little bit of shape across the left-hander and a very, very sharp single. Take it and get Scrivens off the mark.
Change around of the field for the right-hander now. The added complication for the Durham bowlers and fielders to cope with the right-hand, left-hand combination.
Up the middle, Gareth Cross, the umpires, and David Milnes. Milnes standing at the Lumley end. And this one's tickled down the leg side. And it will run away for the first boundary of the innings. A little bit loose from Johnson, a little bit straight and well put away. And you're not stopping that on this rapid outfield today, Steve.
No, it raced away. There's no chance for the fielder to come round quickly enough there. It's a bit disappointing. Need to not be too straight or straying down the leg side.
Definite swing and too much swing down the leg side.
Yeah.
And wide called.
She's got two fielders out deep on the leg side. I don't know whether the lack of a sweeper out on the offside is making her slightly straighter, slightly worried about giving too much width on the offside.
This one is tucked away to one of those sweepers. Emily Windsor doing the fielding. Yeah, she does get that ball to shape back into the right-hander. That is one of her strengths, but also can be a weakness if it gets too straight and down the leg side.
It brings Grace Scrivens back onto strike. Grace Scrivens, like the Essex captain, like Holly Armitage, one of the leading run scorers in this competition, over 300 runs, both of them.
Eased into the offside, no run. Nice start for Essex, 7 so far off the over. Still a couple of balls remaining. You feel that with this outfield, a big score could well be on the cards. Definite batting conditions out there. I guess this pitch has been used before, so it'll be interesting to see how much of a part spin plays. Scriven advances, doesn't time it. Important now that Durham can get out of the over without a further boundary.
She's now got, for the left-hander, there are 6 fielders on the offside. There's 5 in a ring, saving 1 and 1 sweeping out deep. So
again advancing, but doesn't time it. Straight to mid-off, and that ends the over. So after the first over, Essex is 7 without loss.
And obviously Durham now having to do without Maddie Villiers, who often opens the bowling. So congratulations to Maddie from all at Durham for her Test debut down at Lord's in the first women's Test match at Lord's. Great achievement for her and a great positive sign for the Durham club.
Yeah, it's amazing to have 2 Test players down there. Lauren Filer taking a wicket earlier this morning as well.
And it's Heather Graham to bowl from the Finkel end. Mia Rogers, who's done a great job behind the stumps this season, is up to the wicket for Heather Graham, putting that bit of extra pressure on the batters.
Maddie just into the bowling attack down at Lord's. Just getting an update there.
Goes out into the offside, but looks for a single, but well fielded and no chance to get through.
I think Heather's been a big part of Durham's success this year, and numbers probably don't excite many people, but she's been so solid with bat and ball, contributing in most games.
Yeah, sometimes it's not the numbers, but when you make the contributions.
Agree.
And, 96 runs, but also 15 wickets. Great contribution. 1 out. I know they're going to get 2.
Excellent
Scamper
running.
that. Good running.
Yeah, I guess with Lauren Filer, hasn't Ben Stokes in the house having a hit? Will he sneak into the team tonight? Not named in the squad, but who knows with Ben. Left his helmet behind, unlike Ben.
So I guess it's possible next weekend Durham might have a decision to make about Lauren Filer's participation in finals day if she's made available by England.
Indeed. Hasn't really played much for us, actually, in the 2 years.
No, very little. And she's not played at all this competition, this season. It's been tough for her and Izzy Wong and some of the other women who've been part of a very settled England women side during the World Cup, lacking cricket.
Lads, yeah. If you're not quite in that 11, then there's not a lot of cricket for you because they want the safety blanket of keeping you around just in case.
And that's even more the case now with the concussion subs.
Indeed.
Yeah. So Heather Graham, good over so far. She'll want to finish it well. Only 2 runs given away. But that's
a hell of a shot.
Fantastic shot over extra cover for 6 runs from Annika Bosch. So slightly disappointing end to Heather Graham's first over. So 19 off the first 2 overs. A good start for Essex.
It's a beautiful shot from the South African. Got a little bit of width. Not often you see a shot over extra cover hit for 6, but that was a beautiful shot. And a lovely way for them to finish the over 15 without loss.
And it's still to be Trudy Johnson. I remember when I was a teenager going to Scarborough to watch a John Player League match.
Right.
And Graham Stevenson and David Bairstow were batting together. And Graham Stevenson hit a drive like that over extra cover at the time when nobody did it.
No.
It was...
Johnson looks a little bit more settled to the left-hander, Scrivens.
Yeah, she's got that protection on the offside. And...
These Scrivens just 1 so far from the 5 balls she's faced. Bosch, off to a nice start, 13 from 8. This one's hit down the ground. Does it carry to mid-on?
Great catch.
Fraser claiming the catch. Umpire Mills is unmoved at the moment. I wasn't sure if it just was short. It was a great effort diving forward, never easy.
Those are very difficult to tell, and increasingly when you have the benefit of TV replays, they're not given.
Yeah, that one did look like it was just short to me with the naked eye, but we are the best part of 100 metres away. Scrivens drives. This one gets a hand to that. The skipper does well, keeps it down to 1. You can see Essex just trying to put the foot down a little bit here.
Yeah.
Knowing it's a good surface, fast outfield, and they'll feel that they need a big score if they want to defend something here.
Slight changes to the field. The fine leg is coming up, and we've got a deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket now. That's
just
down
a little bit straight from Johnson. Another wide.
Not a huge crowd yet, but those that are here seem to be taking shelter in the shade of the pavilion, not wanting to be in the full sun.
This one's clipped away nicely by Bosch. She'll pick up a couple. Scrivens has to hurry back here. Just took that first one a little bit casually. Grace Scrivens, but gets back safely in the end. Sophia Turner, it looks like, out doing the fielding in the deep. Yeah, shade. Not often you're heading for the shade in the northeast, but she's been warm the last few weeks. Nice dot ball there from Johnson. Bosch will be disappointed she hasn't tucked that away. There's a big gap on the leg side from short fine leg all the way to mid-on. He's probably even thinking, if I just get the pace on this right, I might even get 2.
Trudy Johnson will be hoping to get out of this over with a good ball. It's been much better than her first over.
Bosch drives, but will find the captain in the covers. Ends the over, just the 4 from it. 18 without loss. Sorry, 19 without loss. Bosch on 15. Scrivens on 2 with a couple of wides. Just thinking it'd be interesting to see how long it takes until spin comes on. It looks like Catherine Fraser has ball in hand. Lots of options for Holly Armitage.
Yeah, coming on with a left-hander on strike. Scrivens not really got going yet. Just 2 runs from her first 7 deliveries. So that may be putting a bit of pressure on her, and maybe Durham can capitalise on that. Bit of turn there. Pushed out to the sweeper. Grace Thompson fielding on the boundary.
Fraser back from World Cup duties with Scotland. Had some joy up the top. Opening the batting.
Yeah, fantastic experience for her. Yeah, it's always,
did well.
Yeah, it did well. Bowled well there. That's just a single into the onside. Rather ungainly looking shot.
Yeah, you
Bosch.
can see what Bosch is trying to do there, trying to get inside the line and hit it over the 2 fielders behind square on the leg side. A little bit of extra bounce there from Fraser.
And again, straightening a bit.
I reckon Scrivens was thinking, I'm going to hit this over cow corner, and then changed her mind. Just didn't quite get the hands free.
Yeah, good over so far from Fraser. Appeal, but rather half-hearted.
Yeah, not a lot of interest from umpire Gareth Cross either. Again, important deliveries here. Can you get out of the over without conceding that boundary?
And
Changing it, putting a fielder out cow corner and bringing up the sweeper on the offside into the circle.
well fielded by Thompson. She's a very athletic fielder, isn't she?
She moves well for a big girl.
Yeah.
She must be, what, 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah.
Very athletic, as you said there, getting down.
This looks like it's Katie Levick, I think. Yeah, Katie Levick.
Ringing the changes early, Armitage.
Yeah.
See the ground staff just to the right of our screen there. All walking out with their packed lunches. No doubt plenty of water on board for the boys today. As you mentioned, Steve, Katie Levick into the attack. See some leg spin. 21 without loss. Essex probably just a little bit behind the rate at the moment. Can they cash in on the last 2 overs of the power play? There's the boys tucking into their afternoon lunch. Bosch is across and gets that over square leg. And away for 4. Clever batting. Puts the pressure back on to Durham with the first boundary off the first ball of the over.
It's Bosch leading the way for Essex with 20 of the 25 runs. Katie Levick's good season, 14 wickets, averaging under 15, and an economy rate of just under 6. So pretty impressive figures from the experienced leg spinner.
Yeah, she's been outstanding since coming up to the northeast. One of the all-time greats in domestic cricket.
Absolutely.
Field changes mid-off, comes into the circle, and the sweeper goes out on the offside. Bosch comes down the pitch and clips this away into the leg side, and it'll just be the single. .26 without loss. Cramping Scrivens for room. See what she's trying to do there. Open up the offside. This one beats the bat. She got the width. She used her feet beautifully and hits that one bounce back over Levick's head for 4. It's a little bit of a release that for Scrivens, picking up her first boundary.
Ball just being retrieved, causing a slight delay.
This is the first of 2 games here. Scrivens gets across a stumps and sweeps well, and there'll be no catching that as that runs away for the 3rd boundary of the over. So an expensive start for Levick, 13 off the over, and just what Essex needed as the 5th over ends, 34 without loss.
Yeah, a bit disappointing for Katie Levick there. She'll be disappointed to concede 3 boundaries in her first over. Unusual for her. And given Essex a bit of a kick, because really they've not been doing that well for a power play in which they haven't lost any wickets. It looks like Sophia Turner. So another change in the bowling.
I think it's Graham.
Oh, sorry, Heather Graham.
Yeah,
Heather Graham.
Yeah.
So the last over of the power play, an important one for the field restrictions are lifted. Pushed out for a single. Long chase in for Grace Thompson, but prevents the second run.
It's a big boundary out there, isn't it?
It's a long way. In just a metre or so compared to the men's boundary for later, but this is a big playing surface here at the Banks Homes Riverside. It's driven out through the offside by Scrivens, and again it's Thompson.
Yeah, later on this evening, Durham men are hosting Derbyshire in a must-win T20 game. Still, the pulse is still just alive.
Yes,
in the T20
disappointing
campaign.
season. Lost games that they feel they should have won. There's a single pushed out onto the onside. They're rotating the strike well this over.
It'll be interesting we're speaking to Ryan Campbell next week. There's a members forum, and just might have to ask if they've just maybe focused so much on the red ball. Have they taken their eye off the T20 a little bit?
Good ball there from Heather Graham, straight through to Mia Rogers.
Tough to compete at all levels, isn't it?
Absolutely. But the Metro Bank Cup coming up, 4 home fixtures.
Indeed.
2 day-night fixtures here at the Banks Homes Riverside, 1 at South Northumberland and 1 at Darlington.
Indeed.
First time Durham have been at Darlington for some time.
Oh, could be a catch. It's in the gap.
Yeah. Chase, but fast outfield, it's through for 4 from Scrivens.
That is a great indicator of this outfield, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
it's
that
so
wasn't
fast.
timed at all, Steve.
She didn't time it. It was hoiked over, but no chance of cutting it off. So it shows that actually Durham have probably done pretty well to keep this to 41 with just 1 ball left of the power play, particularly as they've not managed to get any wickets. Well taken by Mia Rogers. So 6 overs gone, power play over, and Essex 41 for no wicket.
Yeah, I think both teams will be pretty happy sitting there, going
Yeah.
that run rate just under 7. And Durham, I'm sure, will ring the changes here with short spells for the bowlers. So umpire Milnes just settles. Lets everybody know that's the end of the power play. So Durham can have 4 fielders now outside the circle. As you can see there, some of the smarter people in the crowd, but nestled over in the shade.
And now it is Sophia Turner.
It is. She's done very well this year. Lots of changes of pace from her. In fact, her changed delivery is normally a full pace delivery. She does bowl lots of slower balls. This one's clipped away by Bosch into the leg side. So Durham will be trying now, trying to keep a boundary away every over. Scrivens and Bosch will have other ideas. Scrivens just starting to get going. 16 from 18 for her. Oh, and she gets across and she paddles that very fine and away for 4. Clever batting, using the pace. Katie Levy, absolutely zero chance of cutting that off. Risk and reward, she misses that, she's out.
But very aware of where the fielders are, and
Indeed. Slapped through. Covers out to the sweeper. Emily Windsor out there doing the fielding.
do you think Grace Scrivens is one of those players that the England setup might be looking at as they talk about making changes?
Yeah, there's a
with
new
some of the old
generation, isn't
guard?
there? Yeah, there's a new generation coming through. And she, herself and Jodie Grucock is another nice player from Essex.
Davina Perrin, exciting talent.
Oh, that one's helped on its way. Does it go all the way?
No,
It's
one bounce.
just short and away for 4. Not the line or the length. You want to be bowling to Annika Bosch. Yeah, there's lots of exciting talent coming through the England system at the moment as the 50 comes up for Essex. This one's driven over mid-off. And Bosch, back-to-back boundaries. Essex now putting their foot down. Almost freed up after the power play.
Yeah, it seems tough to bowl from the Lumley end. Katie Levick had a difficult over, and Sophia Turner has gone for 14 runs in her first 5 deliveries. 27 runs off 11 deliveries from that end. So that's a single.
Kept out and will end the over. 14 from it. Expensive start for Turner. And Essex 55 without loss after 7. Bosch Bosch going nicely, 32 off 22. Scrivens is now on the right side of the strike rate. She's 21 from 20. That runs per over, hovering around the 8 per over mark.
Yeah, they pushed it up a bit from 7 and over to 8 and over. They'll be definitely happier with that, and Durham will be desperate not to see it go any higher.
Yeah, could do with a wicket, the home team right now.
Yeah, so it's Catherine Fraser back into the attack for her second over. Very economical, the first one, only 2 runs off it. Just adjustments with the field. Just into the covers. So 3 fielders deep on the leg side and a long off. Oh, well backed up there, prevents any overthrows.
How are you describing that shot, Steve?
I'm struggling to describe.
I think she's changed her mind at the last moment.
Yeah, she changed her mind. I don't know quite how she had time to make all those changes.
Indeed.
I'm
pleased it was your end and not mine.
Yeah, you know, not really out of the coaching manual, that. Don't think you'd be encouraging anybody that you're coaching to bat like that. That's well bowled from Catherine Fraser. Just, I think she saw her coming down the pitch there and adapted. It's just a single. So what's Grace Scrivens going to do after that last?
Reverse it again.
Yeah.
Try and get it over the top of the infield.
Ooh.
Mia Rogers going for the little trick play there, trying to catch it behind her back.
And yeah, Grace Scrivens, 22 of 23 balls. I'm not sure we've seen the best of her this afternoon so far. That's maybe tempting fate. Oh, and she aims an almighty heave at that one, and it goes through.
Yeah, you can sense some frustration there.
Absolutely.
That is for sure.
Just not.
It's got to be a run out. Oh.
But they squeeze home for a single. But another good over from Catherine Fraser. 2 overs now for just 5 runs. Excellent bowling from the off spinner.
Yeah, it was a good over, but that should never be a run there.
Yeah.
I think it was Emma Marlowe doing the fielding. I'll be disappointed. Firing the throw high. And that was pressure, I think. The pressure building on Grace Scrivens. So she nearly ran out Annika Bosch, who's going along quite nicely.
Holly Armitage ringing the changes again at the Lumley end. Looks like Grace Thompson.
Yeah, it hasn't been the luckiest end so far for Durham's bowlers, has it?
Absolutely not.
Some runs flowing from that end. Grace Thompson, so much potential in this youngster. Her and Trudy Johnson have come on a load in Durham's short existence. 2 local products combined for the first ever wicket. And another scoop. Levick anticipates but just can't reach it, and that will run away for 4. It was all or nothing there from Levick. She was so close. Almost for us older ones, the go-go gadget arm couldn't quite extend far enough.
Yeah. And Mia Rogers being bowled, standing up to the stumps for somebody of Grace Thompson's pace. And it's a challenge. Grace Thompson also an excellent batter as well.
Big appeal. Umpire Mills says no. Just wondering if they'd be better off bringing the mid-on up and making a hit down the ground rather than using the pace. She seems very comfortable trying to use the pace on the ball. It's good bowling. Really nice line that from Thompson. Umpire Milnes just always looks grumpy, doesn't he? Always, those people just always have that demeanour.
Well, he was a fast bowler, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Most of them are grumpy.
Grumpy, fast, but you just look at his body language, and I'm sure he's having a good time out there, but it doesn't look like it.
Wow, it's probably a bit hot out there.
Sorry, David. This is full and clipped away into the leg side of. Could be 2 as Bosch touches.
Shouldn't be
and
2.
Decides against it.
Slight fumble, but
Sophia Turner out there in the deep keeps it down to 1.
Yeah.
There's a big pocket out there, and Turner's done well to get to it. Umpire Milnes, look at him there. He's got his arms folded. He's just. He's thrilled with life right now. That's nicely clipped away into the leg side. And good fielding. Out in the deep, keeps that down to 1.
Yeah, 6 off this over. Can she finish it off well?
Yeah. First ball boundary. What will the last ball bring us? It'll be a dot. So a good finish and just 6 runs from that Grace Thompson over. 63 without loss after 9.
Yeah, Durham pulling it back a bit in the last 2 overs after those 2 expensive overs from the Lumley end, but just 9 off the last 2 overs. So in 1 boundary. So despite not taking wickets, they're keeping on top of things.
Yes, apologies. 64 without loss. Just a little bit lagging behind on my little scoreboard. Turner's going to have a change of ends.
Yeah, see if that brings her a bit more luck.
Yeah, expensive start for her, wasn't it?
Yeah, very.
14 off the first.
14, yeah. Oh, starts with a full toss, which is gets away with that really because it's just 2 runs, but it was quite high as well.
Yeah, it was probably dipping enough to get on the waist height.
Got away with it, but
it's probably lucky it wasn't 6.
Yeah, maybe
Marlowe doing the fielding in the deep.
Sweaty hands in the hot weather, maybe slipped a little bit. Pushed out, I think. Oh, Emily Windsor out there has done very well to get round and cut that off. Just 2 more runs for Bosch.
Nicely timed that one.
It
from
was,
Bosch, wasn't
yeah.
it?
I thought that was going for 4, but Emily Windsor covers the ground so quickly.
It's a great bit of fielding.
Yeah, she's got a lot of ground to cover out there. And she's back in the action again as that goes out to her, but just a single this time. And that's Bosch on to 39 from 27 deliveries.
It's definitely been the more fluent of the opening pair.
Absolutely. Rather wide delivery, cuts it away, just a short third for a single. Yeah, sometimes when you've got a batter like Scrivens who's struggling, you almost don't want them to get out.
That ball was nearly off the pitch.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah, I guess when you're out of form and probably searching for it, if you're in form, you just look at that and leave it.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty blue sky. It's a bit hazy today. I mean, really clutching at straws. This is a beautiful afternoon here.
Yeah. But I think we're fortunate we're in the northeast rather than in the south. Very hot down there. A few degrees hotter.
Got a light breeze, haven't we, coming in from the coast? Not much of one, though.
So, end of the over, last ball. That's pushed out. Should just be one. Yeah. Just one, so 8 off that over. And Sophia Turner, and now time for a drinks interval.
Drinks?
I think such a hot afternoon. Don't normally have a drinks interval in these matches, but we have one today.
Yeah, fair enough too. Yep, 72 without loss at the halfway stage. Really nice start for Essex. Haven't really got away from Durham though, considering they're none down.
Absolutely, I think Durham will be quite content with the situation given the lack of wickets. Maybe take the opportunity during this short interval for a shout out for Frank, one of the PA announcers who was playing walking cricket the other day and suffered a nasty injury while successfully taking a dramatic catch apparently, and he's laid up now with crutches and non-weight bearing for a period of time, so his cricket watching is going to be on the live stream. So all the best to Frank if he's listening.
Yeah, recover well, Frank. Can't be a nice injury that, a shattered heel. Definitely think of better things on my wish list than that.
Absolutely.
As the girls take a well-earned drink out there in the middle. Nathan Remington was out there just giving a few instructions, but 6 bowlers used so far, with Johnson, Graham, Fraser and Sophia Turner bowling 2 overs each. Levick still only bowled 1 and Grace Thompson 1. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of Katie Levick in the second half of this innings.
I would imagine so. And Catherine Fraser, the most impressive.
Yes, she bowled very tidily, hasn't she? None for 5 for her.
Excellent.
7 dot balls.
So the umpire's still chatting, but the fielder's getting back into position. There's less controversy over this drinks break than in the football at halfway through each half.
Yeah, we need to sponsor it, don't we?
Absolutely.
The hydration break.
Well, last night's match did look pretty hot, so can't begrudge them it then.
Yeah, so Durham sitting 3rd currently in the table. 10 played, 7 wins, 2 losses and a no result. Sitting on 31 points in 3rd position. Essex 4 wins and 6 losses on 17 points, sitting in 6th position. And pretty much playing for pride for their last couple of games.
And to determine who they play in the semi-final, of course.
Absolutely. Somerset and the Blaze fighting for that last position in finals day next Friday down at the Oval. Grace Thompson is going to continue after a pretty tidy first over. She went for just 6. Takes all the pace off that one. That one gets past Rogers and Levick scrambles down to it. And Johnson fires it in to keep it to a couple. Must have been a little bottom edge on that one.
She does like trying these scoops and reverses and the variety. That was such a slower ball that didn't get to the boundary.
There's pace on this one. It's driven down to long on. And it should just be the single as Turner does the fielding. 75 now without loss. And you would think that this pair should really look to accelerate now. Still 10 wickets left. Bosch drives this down the ground. Doesn't time it. Again, very busy Sophia Turner out in the deep. 4 from the first 3 balls of the over.
Yeah, so what do you think they'll be aiming for?
I think you've got to be looking at 160 plus as a minimum. Down the pitch, hit back over Thompson's head, and that will run away for 4.
Well, that would need 9 and over for the second half of the innings. So seems like a reasonable aim with all these wickets in hand.
Yeah, I think that's minimum with this outfield
Yeah.
being so quick. It looks like a really good surface too.
Yeah, I think they'll be looking to try and get 10 and over, won't they? Minimum 170, 180 maybe.
Someone's pulled away. Turner out in the deep. Bosch runs the first one hard, but it will just be the single. Yeah, you're right. I think with being none down, I think 10 and over has got to be your aim. Durham, if they can keep them under 180, will be happy.
They could really do with wickets, Durham, just to have new batters who've got to get used to it. These two are well set now. It's much easier for them than it would be for anybody coming in, getting used to the pace of the pitch.
Oh, New Yorker somehow
Capped out.
misses the lot. Ends the over. 81 without loss after 11. Bosch 41, Scrivens 38.
Change of gloves.
Just when you want one over after drinks.
I know, it seems a bit strange. It is Katie Levick to bowl at the Finkel end, hoping to do rather better than with her first over at the other end. Adjustments to the field. Looks like 3 deep on the leg side and a long off for Grace Scrivens.
She might look to reverse sweep early here.
No, she comes down the wicket, drives it out to long off. Hands a strike to Annika Bosch.
Durham would be happy with that.
Yeah.
More than happy with singles.
Lots of movement in the field, but maintaining 3 on the leg side boundary for the right-hander. Ooh, dropped short.
It was a teaser, wasn't it? Do you come in and dive forward and try and grab it? And Marlowe's taken the safe option.
She actually did well there because it looked like it was spinning away from her.
Yeah, it's an awkward position.
Awkward to judge it.
Deep square.
Can
There's
be
always
very
that spin.
embarrassing.
Indeed. Been there, done it.
Scrivens coming down the pitch again, driving. Tries to make room. Oh, they get a single there to sort of short third, but really they shouldn't have, I think. They're looking to try and prevent singles when the ball goes as quickly to those infielders. Another single.
It's a good over so far from Levick.
Yeah, 5 off it, 5 singles. A lot of running around for the fielders in this hot afternoon, backwards and forwards with the left-right hand combination they've had to deal with all throughout the innings.
Yeah, well bowled.
And that's just another single. So a much better over there from Katie Levick, just 6 off it after the expensive first over. So 12 overs gone, 87 for no wicket.
Are we going to see more spin here? Still a couple left for Fraser. Is it Heather Graham? Looks like she's about to hand cap in. .87 without loss. in discussion with the skipper, making sure they get the field in exactly the right place. Getting all their angles right. This one's tickled down the leg side. Windsor has some work to do as Bosch touches and goes. Comes back with a good piece of running.
She did well there to get back to.
Just moved Trudy Johnson very, very fine. That short, fine leg. Probably as a result of this outfield being so quick. Oh, Bosch is yorked and keeps it out. Rogers does well, scrambling out there to keep that to just the single. 90 now on the board for Essex without loss.
Consultation there between the bowler and Ollie Armitage, and the consequence is that looks like fielder coming in to the ring on the offside and then long off dropping deep. So long on and long off now.
Tucked away into the leg side. Finds one of the deep pockets out there. And despite the excellent fielding from Turner, they pick up another couple. It's good running. Both of these now approaching milestones. 43 for Scrivens, 47 for Bosch. Also approaching 100 partnership here, is it? 92 without loss. The reverse is out. Johnson does the fielding. Got 3 fielders to beat there. It's a tough shot. Love umpire Milnes again, just arms crossed. Bosch is across the stumps and gets a leading edge out into the leg side. It was aerial for a long time, but very, very safe. Lots of space out there on the leg side. She's now on 48. Just 36 deliveries. Scrivens 44 from 41. Last ball of over number 13, 94 without loss. Oh, it's short. Got away with that one. There's lots of pace off from Graham. Ends the over 94 without loss after 13.
Yeah, just 7 off that over. So 22, I think, since the intervals break. So we're keeping them, Durham are keeping them to just around 7 and over. Be happy with that. 7 overs remaining. Haven't
offered a chance yet, this Essex pair. Fraser now into the attack. Ollie Armitage ringing the changes. That's always the advantage of having more than 5 bowlers as well. You can always got something up your sleeve at the end.
And she's bowled it. Bowled her. Yeah, bowled. That's the end of Annika Bosch, bowled for 48. So first wicket and a well-deserved wicket there for Catherine Fraser. Excellent.
Yeah, she's been superb today, Steve.
Yeah, very good indeed.
Very economical and picks up the first wicket of the day. Excellent opening stand between Bosch and Scriven ends. Bosch bowled by Fraser for 48. Durham pick up their first wicket. Essex 94 on the board.
Yeah, bowled reverse, attempting reverse. So Durham happy with that, and Sophia Smale, the new batter, be very happy to have a change of batter, and now if they can keep on picking up wickets will make it much more difficult for Essex to post a really sizable score.
It's always tough, isn't it? As the new batter coming in after a big partnership. Almost your job is to take the pressure off the in batter. Scrivens at the other end on 44, not out.
Yeah, Scrivens, who's not been at her most fluent, will probably feel under a little bit more pressure now with Bosch out. Just one down the ground to get off the mark. First ball for Sophia Smale, tossed up nicely, tempting her, but played along the ground.
Impressive figures for Fraser, 1 for 6 from 2.2 overs. You've got to give a bit of credit as well to Captain Holly Armitage, who's kept the bowling changes coming.
That's just pushed out for another single. Just getting a little bit of turn there, Fraser, isn't she?
Yeah, just enough. Just enough. It changes the pace have been really good as well. Keeping the Essex bats honest.
Attempts to force it through the offside, but finds the fielder there.
Yeah, just reinforcing that offside now.
Yeah. Good to keep the new batter on strike, who successfully hits it over the infield, but Grace Thompson round there picks up the ball inside the boundary, and it's just 2 runs for Sophia Smale.
Yeah, really tossed up that one by Fraser.
Single to the end the over, so a wicket and just 5 runs off the over. So Catherine Fraser, 3 overs, 1 for 10. Excellent bowling from her.
Absolutely. 99 for 1 on the board now for Essex. That's what now can Katie Levick, who's now back into the attack, back up that over, either by keeping it tight or by picking up another wicket. Keep chipping away.
Just 6 overs remaining, so 160, which we were talking about as being the minimum, maybe seeming quite a long way off, despite the only being 1 wicket down.
It's hit down the ground. Sure, Smale was initially thinking trying to go over mid-off there. That brings up the 100 for Essex, just the 1 down. Oh, that's hammered back at Levick. And will run away for 4. Almost pulled her hand out of the way there, Katie Levick.
Yeah. Probably quite wisely didn't fancy trying to catch that.
Yeah. It's hit hard.
Would have taken some taking that.
Down the pitch again and almost reaching for that one, and that will bring up 50 for Grace Scrivens. It's come from 45 balls with 7 boundaries. Again, sometimes these innings, when you're not at your fluent best, may end up being the most important. Can she now kick on and get Essex up to a big total? Oh, Smale goes back. I'm not sure if she's got a bottom edge on that, but it's going to run away for 4. And it is runs given. A little bit unlucky there, Katie Levick. Essex won't mind either way.
Quite how that missed the stumps, I'm not sure.
Very, very close. Another good over here. 10 from it so far. And they pick up another single here. Smale. She knocks that one down to long on. $11 already off this over. 110 for one. Last ball of the 15th over. And Scrivens managed to get some glove on that one. You can sense the frustration coming from her, despite her just bringing up a 50. The fact that it's taken 46 balls is probably an indicator of that's her frustration, and that is why she's frustrated.
So 5 overs to go for Essex, and it's like Grace Thompson is coming back into the attack, walking down from the boundary at the far end.
Funny spot here, Essex. They're just the one down. They don't want to end up being kind of 140, 150 for 2 or 3, thinking they've left a lot out there. But at the same time, they don't want to get too reckless and having new batters coming in all the time. So they're in a, despite the scoreboard looking pretty healthy, it's a tricky situation for them.
And maybe the pitch is actually more difficult to score on than we're giving it credit for. The outfield is very fast, but you never quite know till both sides have batted. The old cliche.
Indeed, indeed.
So Smale on strike, and Thompson. And that's pulled away into the leg side, and it's going to go all the way for 4. So drifting down the leg side there.
Not a great start, was it? Not when you've got fine leg up in the circle.
Yeah.
Shorten on the hip.
You've got to be pitching it up rather more, haven't you? Important to bowl to your field, but difficult for the youngster. But she bowls to her field there, but doesn't need any of the fielders as hits the stumps. Sharon Smale bowled for 14. Well done to Grace Thompson there. That's a valuable wicket, and as we say, new batters coming and going could put pressure onto Essex and really play into Durham's hands.
Yep. Good comeback that from Grace Thompson. Should have been disappointed with the first ball of the over, but she's bounced back and hit the top of Smale's leg stump. Sphere Smale has to go. Durham pick up their second wicket. Smale's gone for 14. Bowled by Grace Thompson. That brings Jodie Grucock to the crease. I was just wondering if they were going to keep it left, right, but now Durham for the first time will have 2 batters of the same. 2 left-handers at the crease.
Jodie Grucock also had an impressive season. Scored a lot of runs for Essex. So probably Essex 2 leading run scorers in the competition at the crease. Durham would love to get rid of one of them quickly. Indeed.
Again, another one every time she comes up to the northeast. You seem to be impressed by what she does, whether it's a bowling or a batting. And you mentioned that new crop of players coming through. She'll definitely be one that England will be keeping an eye on.
A single to get off the mark. And Durham fielders will no doubt be relieved in the heat not to be chasing backwards and forwards with the left-right combination.
Yeah, small mercies out there, that is for sure.
Slow ball there. Straight out to a fumble in the field. They think about a second run, but don't take it.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy that from Durham, but
got away with it.
All's well that ends well. See a few of the lads just entering the ground now in preparation for their game later on this evening.
big appeal for LBW, but
It's pitched well outside leg stump. Definitely hitting the stumps, but
optimistic.
indeed.
So
Ollie Robinson and Graham Clark about to be joined by Alex Lees, keeping their eye on the game.
So just 6 runs off the over. Grace Thompson will be hoping to finish this well.
That's a shot. Almost feel if she followed through there, Steve, she might have got 4 or 6
Yeah,
there.
she didn't really go for it. And Emily Windsor able to chase around the boundary and keep it to 2. So a good over for Durham. And a wicket and just 6 runs.
There's the lads, the ground staff, enjoying the sunshine. Probably enjoy getting some water into this outfield later on this evening as well.
It certainly looks like it needs it, doesn't it?
Yeah, as thirsty as I've seen her for a long time. Fraser back into the attack. 1 for 10 for her. Bowling her last over. It's been superb so far today. 2 left-handers. It's a good match-up. 3 fielders in the ring. Behind square on the offside. Will the reverse sweep come out? No. A juggle from Johnson.
And so despite having 3 fielders there, they still managed to get through for a single. I suspect Holly Armitage would be a bit frustrated with that.
This is where all your pre-season comes into play, doesn't it? You work towards these hot afternoons. Keeping your concentration. Flatter and quicker. And beats 1. Doesn't. In fact, it does beat 2. It's going to trickle away for 3. That's, again, pretty sloppy from Durham. And probably Catherine Fraser doesn't deserve that. She's defeated Grucock in the flight, who didn't time it particularly nicely, but she still picked up 3. Fraser seeing the funny side of it. There is that reverse sweep, but again, flatter. Really, really clever bowling. This has been a great 4 overs, well, 3.5 overs so far. Fraser, just the 14 from her bowling so far. Slower. And straight to Levick. And it will be a single.
I've been very impressed with Catherine Fraser this afternoon. You can't ask for more from a bowler than what she's delivered.
Oh, that's a couple at least. As Marlowe gets round, Grucock touches and comes back. 7 off the over so far. 1 ball to go in Fraser's spell. It's short and does not get out of the pitch at all. And she deserves a little bit of luck, and she ends the spell with a dot. 1 for 17 from her 4. Been superb. 3 overs left, 125 for 2, Essex.
So they're going to have to do well to get that 160 we talked about. And Durham, despite the lack of wickets, will be pretty happy with this situation, I think. It's still going to be Grace Thompson to continue. She's done well this afternoon. 3 overs, 1 for 23 so far.
Yeah, it's important that Durham finish well here. Like you said, there was numbers of 180 kind of swirling around earlier. That's a shot, by the way.
Down the ground. Yeah, That's one of the better shots that Scrivens has played this afternoon. Yeah. Looked to have plenty of time there to play that shot and in complete control of it.
I like the fact she's trying to hit that straight. Yeah. Really good option.
Looks a much better batter when she tries to hit the ball straight than some of the cross-batted shots and unconventional shots she's tried to play. There's really no need to do that on this pitch, I don't think. But having said that, she sweeps that round to, oh dear, to deep
back boundaries.
Yeah, down to deep square leg. Looked like it was going to be cut off, but it's sort of nudged over the ropes there for 4. So good over so far for Essex. Challenge now for Grace Thompson to compose herself, think about where her field is, where she wants to put the ball.
It was a good effort from Bess Heath. Did a lot of the hard work. Very interesting that they're going to bring Bess Heath up into the circle now and drop Emily Windsor down to long off.
Oh, that's a third 4 in succession. Whipped away into the mid-wicket area.
Just getting her rewards now, isn't she, Grace Scrivens, for all the hard work that she's done? She's still out there.
Yeah.
And the 3 balls in this over are probably 3 of the best balls she's timed all day. Just what Essex needed.
And goes again, but this time straight to the fielder, so it's just 1. A sigh of relief from Grace Thompson, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Have the new batter, Jodie Grucock, to bowl to.
It's just the over they needed to push them up towards that 160 mark.
Push right down the ground, but it's just going to be 2. Sophia Turner gets round.
A little skip off the surface, isn't
Yeah.
there? It shows how hard this outfield is.
So 15 off the over so far. But the run rate's still just under 8 and over, so pitched up and just out to log on for another single. So 141 for 2 with 2 overs remaining.
Yeah, really trying to load up there, Grucock. Heave that away into the leg side. But a nice over. 16 from it.
It looks like Katie Levick is going to have another over.
Yeah, you feel this is big to the 2 left-handers. Be one of her more expensive days at the office for Katie Levick.
Presumably Heather Graham to finish at the Finkel end, what do you think?
Yeah, I wasn't. I would think so. Or Sophia Turner is your other option. Brave option here from Armitage. Bowling the leg spin to the 2 lefties.
Yes, I wasn't sure whether Levick had done her bowling for the day.
Yeah. One's heaved into the leg side. That will just be the single. .142 on the board now. 11 deliveries remaining in the innings. Down the wicket, and again we'll find Graham out in the deep, who makes an absolute meal of that one and allows Scrivens to get back for 2. Just been a little bit sloppy, Durham, in the field.
Yeah, they've certainly given away a few runs. Be a bit disappointed about, and
She gets across the stumps and sweeps between the two fielders, and that will run away for 4 more. Scrivens will want to face as many balls as possible here. She's been in the whole innings so far.
Yeah, I think Durham will be wanting to work on the fielding for next weekend, next Friday at finals day. We'll want to be giving away free runs like that next week in the semis and hopefully the final.
Couldn't agree more. Oh, it's a drop catch. Not sure what Marlowe was trying to do there. Almost anticipating that coming. Yeah. That brings up the 150 for Essex. Guess on the positive side, may have saved a couple of runs.
Grace Scrivens has raced on to 74 now, 57 deliveries.
Come round the wicket, Levick. Gone for 39 so far. That'll be at least another 1. Grucock comes back for 2. Excellent running. This is a good finish to the innings so far from Essex. 152 now for 2. 1 ball left of over number 19. That will be another single, and Scrivens will keep the strike. 153 for 2. 1 over left.
So it looks as though we're not going to be too far wrong with the 160 to 170 range.
You bang on with your bowling prediction.
Yeah, Heather Graham to finish off for Durham. Using her experience, she's been a great acquisition for Durham in this competition. 3 overs for 22 today. And Durham will be happy if we get out of this last over with just 7 or 8 again, but we shall see. Final adjustments to the field going on there. Holly Armitage has got a pretty good idea now of where Grace Scrivens likes to hit the ball.
She's done well in the last few overs. 77 now for Scrivens.
And that's out onto the leg side, and it goes for 4. Dive there from Emily Windsor, unable to cut it off behind square leg.
She's creating the angles, isn't she? She's moving across the stumps.
Yeah, a very good sense of where the field is, where the gaps are. Manipulated the ball around. Shows great skill really in that she didn't panic too much when she was struggling early on in the innings. That should never have been 2, but it isn't 2 because the consequence is that Jodie Grucock sacrifices herself and is run out to get Scrivens back on strike. Scrivens didn't really quite get hold of that, or else she might have been caught, but it looked like she would get back for 2, which would have been awful, but in fact the run out was completed, so great.
Yeah, good composure from Thompson there, running in, knowing that an accurate throw would bring a wicket, but also great team play as well from Jodie Grucock, sacrificing herself to keep Grace Scrivens on strike.
Yes, I thought she'd actually run the first one quicker to give herself a good chance of getting back, knowing that Grace Scrivens would want to keep the strike, but obviously not fast enough.
Yeah, she was well short in the end.
Yeah. So moves across her stumps and reverses it.
Feeling who have we got as the new batter? Liberty Heap.
Liberty Heap, yes. So she will be on strike. And right-hander, so the field changes round. 3 deliveries remaining.
It's a good bit of fielding that there.
Yeah.
Just keeping it down to 1.
And you'd hope that the infield might be on their toes to try and, if she doesn't get hold of it, just prevent a single. She pushes it out to long on. I'm sure she'll be happy with a single there.
Yeah, done a job. Get the captain back on strike.
2 deliveries remaining.
You almost feel the way that these 2 balls go will determine who's the happier of the 2 sides.
Yeah, absolutely. And this time they do get back for 2. Throw not quite accurate enough, and
It's very casual that from Heather Graham, wasn't it?
yeah, Liberty Heap, I think, a bit quicker over the ground. Got home safely, but it was only 2. So last ball of the innings, 162 for 3.
So it's been an excellent knock from Scrivens. Hasn't been a fluent best, but in the last 20 minutes, she's got Essex up to a nice total.
That's up in the air and safely taken. Holly Armitage comes round and takes the catch. Scrivens out for 85, and Essex finished their innings with 162 for 4. So I think Durham were probably quite happy with that total, with this outfield and this wicket.
Yeah, I think both teams will be pretty happy. Essex may be a little bit disappointed in that score and only, in 4 wickets down in the end. Maybe think that they could have maybe pushed on to get to 170, 180, but like you mentioned earlier, the best sign will be once both sides have batted. Maddie Villiers has been a huge part of Durham so far, and she's obviously playing in the test match, so there'll be a bit of pressure on Durham to chase this down, but also with the cushion that they've already qualified for the finals. So we'll be back in around 10 minutes time with the Durham reply, needing 163 for victory. Well, welcome back to the Banks Homes Riverside. Durham in pursuit of 163 for victory. They'll need to go at 8.15 runs per over. Just looking to see who's opening the batting here. It's Holly Armitage, definitely. And is it Catherine Fraser at the other end? I think it is. Had some success with Scotland opening the batting. Their job will be to mirror the Essex openers and get Durham off to a good start without really losing any wickets. Essex, well, time will tell, maybe disappointed with 162 for the loss of just 4, Steve.
Nicely balanced situation here. And
Miss Reliable Holly Armitage on strike. She's away. First ball with a very, very sharp single. Oh, have we got there opening the bowling? Is it Kopak?
No, it's Gray. Eva Gray.
Eva Gray. My apologies.
The scoreboard a little bit slow there as well.
Yeah, about as slow as me.
Catherine Fraser on strike, opening the batting in the place of Maddie Villiers.
She gets a full toss first ball, but can't put it away.
And the good news from Lords that Maddie Villiers took her first Test wicket.
Oh, what a peach.
An absolute ripper. And Harmanpreet Kaur, the Indian skipper. So a great wicket with a great ball.
Yeah, off spinner's dream through the gate. And Durham will not get off to a similar start as Fraser's gone. Second ball. Eva Gray on target, hits the stumps. And Durham, after 3 balls, are 1 for 1.
Disappointed for that from Fraser. Great display with the ball, but unable to follow it up with the bat today.
Yeah, not a good start for Durham. They'll have to bat well to knock this off. And it's going to put pressure on their batting line that we've mentioned. Maddie Villiers away down on Test duty.
Yeah, Emily Windsor in at 3. She's had a good consistent season. 186 runs, averaging just over 20, and top score of 35. So she's scored runs consistently without making a really big score, and perhaps this would be a great opportunity for her to do just that.
Yeah, she's had more of an impact, hasn't she, in the 50-over competition?
Yes.
Which probably suits her style of game, but she's got plenty of time to get herself in here and make an impact in this game for Durham. Nice start this for Gray, on the money, really targeting the stumps. Again, nice and tight to that off stump from Eva Gray. It's a really good start for Essex. They'll probably feel they're just a little bit short, like we keep mentioning, that the fact that there were none down for such a long time, and that excellent opening partnership between Scrivens and Bosch. It's a lovely cover drive, but won't beat the field. And an excellent start for Essex. Durham, after the first over, are 1 for 1.
So Essex obviously had an excellent opening partnership, and but Durham haven't managed that. Lost a wicket in the first over. Puts a bit of pressure on them straight away. And Holly Armitage has been in excellent form this season, well over 300 runs in this competition. And it is Kate Kopak to bowl from the Finkel end. A ring of 5, saving 1 on the offside, and then a fine leg and deep square leg on the leg side. Well pitched up, and Armitage just having to push it out. First ball. Get a judge of the pace from the new bowler. Driven back, but fielded by the bowler. Good start from the medium pacer for Essex.
Just had to check my facts there, but something stood out for me when Kate Kopak would come onto bowl, and I'll run you through it after this next ball.
Oh, fascinating. Looking forward to that.
So Kate's one of Polly Starkey's favourite cricketers, having played for Peru. Yeah, randomly.
Okay.
Scored a couple of half centuries and took plenty of wickets for Peru in the South American Women's Cricket Championship. There you go.
Very good. I'll follow that up with a subsequent question in a minute.
Oh my God, I probably don't have the answer to that question.
That's driven down the ground by Holly Armitage. First boundary for Durham.
Hopefully that boundary saved me from any kind of random question from you. You are the knowledge of all cricket as well.
It's coming, Ash. Just think. And it's not about Paddington. So driven there, but straight to the fielder. So a chance for me to ask the question: which England captain was born in Lima, Peru? England cricket captain.
Mate.
I'll give you a clue if you don't know. That's out into the leg side, looking for 2. Yeah, two more for Holly Armitage. So 6 off the over.
Was born in Peru.
Yep. And do you want a clue?
Absolutely. As many as possible.
He was the captain of the MCC England Tour of Australia in 1950-51.
Oh my God.
It may be a long time
I know,
ago,
I
but
look
it
ancient,
still
Steve.
counts.
Give me a break here, brother.
Before my time as well.
Nah, no idea, mate.
Freddie Brown.
Yeah, still no idea.
There you are. Some people out there may have heard of Freddie Brown.
There you go.
There you are. Leg spin bowler. They struggled to find a captain for that tour.
So they went to Peru.
Because they had to have an amateur, of course.
Windsor will get off the mark. She whips that one away into the leg side.
Yeah, those were the days when England insisted on having an amateur captain. And so they struggled to find somebody. Neither Norman Yardley or George Mann were available. So Freddie Brown stepped up. Of course, the next tour was Len Hutton's tour.
Armitage drives beautifully through extra cover. Shot of the day for me. Elegant, timed, placed to perfection.
Didn't need to run there.
Yeah, that's a guard scratcher, isn't it? You just hit that and scratch your guard. Just backing you up on the stats that she's had this season. She's been absolutely superb. Led from the front all the way through this season for Durham.
Yeah, it made such a difference without Susie Bates' runs this year.
Yeah. It's kind of been twofold. Holly stepped up, hasn't she? And Heather Graham's done very, very well with the ball. Probably hasn't thrown the numbers up with the bat as of yet, but today might be her day with the bat. Sets off immediately Armitage. These two are very good between the wickets. 13 without loss.
I would have thought Emily Windsor's the fastest in the team.
She'd be up there. She wasn't last year when she had that wonky hip.
Oh no.
But, no, she's good as gold now. Slower ball and driven, but won't beat cover. I'm on umpire watch. Look at Milton's again now.
Hands on hips.
Yeah, got the double teapot on. Windsor drives straight, but good fielding at mid-on. And a shy that hits the stumps will just be the single. So good cricket all round. 14 for 1 after 3.
So these two steadying the ship after losing the early wicket of Catherine Fraser. Be wanting to try and take advantage of the last 3 overs of the power play with the fielding restrictions.
They do have batters that can come in and dominate in the middle with the likes of Heath and Graham. So they'll just want to make sure they set a good platform for those aggressive batters to follow.
Coppat continuing from the Finkel end. Nicely pushed into the leg side by Emily Windsor. Just a single there. Rather wild throw, but good backing up. Driven straight down the ground. And Kate Coppat was trying to be clever there and divert it onto the stumps in case Emily Windsor was out of her ground, but she was alive to that possibility. Quick to keep her back grounded. Just change of the field. Fine leg coming up into the ring and long on dropping back. Slight false start there. Going straight to the fielder.
It's been a tidy start, hasn't it, from Essex? There's been no real freebies as of yet for Durham to jump on. Durham's boundaries have been excellent shots.
And that's got through for a third boundary for Holly Armitage. Pushed out through the covers, diving fielder couldn't cut it off.
Yeah, that'd be disappointing. It's a skipper there in the covers. Should be disappointed she's missed that one. Because the pressure really is on Durham here. Yet to really get going. 19 for 1.
Scamper through for a single. It might be a leg bye. Yes, it is a leg bye. No edge onto the pad. Crowd building up. People coming in.
It's a beautiful afternoon, isn't it, to sit and watch cricket if you're a sun seeker.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room.
Plenty of room. Men's match to follow. Maybe people finishing work early, finishing school, coming along. single. So 4 overs gone, 21 for 1.
Got some work to do here, Durham. A little bit behind where they want to be. That required rate is just starting to nudge up, getting towards that 9 run and over mark. And there's the sensible crowd sitting in the shade over towards the members' side of the ground.
I think that's where I'll be heading for the men's match this evening.
They've not got you on the PA tonight?
No, it's the all singing, all dancing PA.
Oh,
we just
of course
do
it
the
is.
championship matches and the Metro Bank Cup on the
There you
PA.
go. DJ Wiggy and the crew.
That would be beyond my pay grade.
Be good fun. Get you on the deck, Steve.
I
Blasting
know
the
where to
tunes out.
start.
Smale into the attack. Wins at using her feet.
I have a legendary lack of knowledge of music.
Oh, well, we found a weakness. A chink in the armour. It's definitely not cricket knowledge. Again, nice tight start. What I've noticed, Essex have been a lot more on the stumps than what Durham were at the start of the innings.
Durham, Essex were 41 after the power play, so Durham have got some way to go to match that.
Windsor hitting and running, and she is rapid between the wickets and gets home comfortably. But again, that's pressure. Windsor's strike rate absolutely nowhere at the moment. 5 from 11. That just puts a little bit of pressure back on the skipper.
Yeah, they've not managed to rotate the strike perhaps as well as they would have hoped with singles.
Armitage attempts the reverse. Maybe gets a little bit of glove on it, so it trickles away into the offside. And this, as a left-hander, this is something that I always, tongue-in-cheek, have a go at Danny Hazel about. We don't have a left-hander in the women's programme. You saw what difference that made to just scrambling the lines a little bit, and even, as you mentioned, having to run around in the field on a hot day. Windsor down the track, hits this one to mid-on, and we'll pick up another single. Yeah, even those 20-30 metre shuttles that you're running in between balls, they all add up at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and particularly on a hot day like today. So it's just 3 off the over so far.
We'll finish with just the 3 off the over. Really nice start from Smale. Durham behind the rate here.
Absolutely.
Just 21 for 1 after... Sorry, is it 23 for 1? My scoreboard's gone off again. $24 for 1. It is after 5. And that rate's already up to 9.3 and over required.
Change of bowler, Esme McGregor into the attack. So, last over of the power play, an important one for Durham. And Emily Windsor feels the pressure to push the score along, comes down the wicket and misses. Wicket for a first ball with Esme McGregor. Emily Windsor never really got going there, sadly.
Yeah, she was under the pump, wasn't she? You mentioned that she just didn't get going. 6 from 13 deliveries, felt the pressure, came down the pitch, and a nice bit of work behind the stumps from Carr. Calm, composed, melted into the gloves, took the bails.
Oh, is she stumped?
Yeah, stumped, yeah.
Stumped, yeah.
Amara Carr doing the work. That brings Bess Heath to the crease. With no real time to kind of bed herself in. She needs to hit the ground running from the very start if Durham had to get anywhere towards this, what looks like now a very good target.
Yeah, this target is looking much better than it did when Essex were batting, and we're thinking that they were maybe a bit below par.
What a start for McGregor. 1 ball, 1 wicket.
Bess Heath, a lot of responsibility on her shoulders now. Durham without Maddie Villiers, and also Phoebe Turner still out injured.
Yeah, quite a bad knee injury for Phoebe. I think that might be season done for her, unfortunately. Haven't got an official word from the medical team, but pretty nasty knee injury. Oh my goodness.
That's powerfully hit down the ground. That's going to be 4. So I'll feel good for Bess Heath to get bat on ball like that. Powerfully driven.
McGregor almost got a face in the way of that ball there. I was really concerned for a moment there. Just managed to evade it at the last moment. It was powerfully struck.
Bess Heath concentrating on her batting this year, with giving up the gloves. And that's a sharp single, well taken.
It was a brilliant single, that really nicely placed.
So what they're going to have to do, can't rely on boundaries, got to be looking to pick off the singles.
These two have played a lot of cricket together as well, have a good understanding batting together. They've got some work to do here.
That's another single. Pushed out into the leg side.
So last ball of the power play, Stephen, you mentioned there that Essex 41 without loss at the end of the power play. So Durham well behind in both runs and wickets.
Yeah, and the required rate has tipped up to 9.4, which they won't want to see increase anymore. And just the one off the last ball. So 31. That's some way behind.
Yeah, Essex will be thrilled with the start.
Yeah, it's just not just keeping them 10 runs less, but it's taking 2 wickets.
Yeah, I think they're disciplined with the ball as well. They haven't bowled any freebies so far.
Your favourite umpire, David Milnes, waving his arms to indicate the end of the power play.
See people sitting, enjoying the sun. Plenty of sun to go around here. A beautiful afternoon at the Banks Homes Riverside. Couple of hours till the men's game, where Durham take on Derbyshire. And another reverse sweep. This one is well anticipated and well fielded. Heap doing the work right down in front of us. Bess Heath will pick up a couple.
Immediately showing intent.
Yeah, she's busy, isn't she? She's aggressive. Very clever, that from Smale. She'll know that Heath loves to change around and almost bat left-handed at times. She put a lot of pace on that ball. Really good from Smale. Just gone for 5 runs so far. This one's plinked out into the leg side. Smale races after that one, keeps it down to just one. Armitage hasn't had a lot of the strike, has she, since Bess Heath came to the crease? Packed offside field in the ring. Armitage hits that one out to long on. Heath will think about a second, but we'll just stay at one. Another really tidy over so far from Smale. Just the 4 from it. This one again tucked away into the leg side. And again will just be the single. Tidy over. 5 from it. Durham 36 for 2.
So the run rate creeping up towards 10, the required rate. Current rate 5.1 and required 9.8. That's almost double. So they really need to accelerate to get some control of this chase. To start going over 10, it becomes very difficult, and the run rate can really accelerate upwards at this stage of an innings. And Grace Scrivens, the captain, coming on to bowl herself.
She's had a good day so far.
It's a little bit short, and
it's a horrible throw from McGregor into the keeper, Amara Carter, as well.
Bess Heath will be disappointed she didn't take advantage of that. Hit it straight at the fielder. And again, short, pulled out, but just straight to the fielder. The mid wicket, just for 1 run. Slight adjustments to the field going on.
Yeah, it's taking that required rate up to 10s. Oh, nearly a wicket.
I need to. Once it gets to 10, you need a boundary and more than 1 single off every other ball, so it becomes a tough ask. That's hit down the ground by Armitage, evades Scrivens, but again it's just 1 run.
Just have a little bit of cramp there, Grace Scrivens. Spent the whole innings out there in the middle with the bat. Was dismissed off the last ball.
It's a horrible full toss, which Bess Heath has hit away, but didn't manage to fully time, and it's just 2 runs. She's short again, and again it's pulled by Bess Heath, but again not managed to find the gap. 2 more. And Grace Scrivens rather got away with it that over. I think it wasn't a particularly impressive over, but she only conceded 6 runs.
Yeah, she's bowling to the big side of the ground, isn't she?
Yeah.
That leg side boundary. But you're right. There's a few there that you feel that were missed opportunities.
I think both sides feel quite big today. Pitch is right in the middle.
42 for 2. Unsurprising, Smale's going to continue. I mean, no damage off her bowling so far at all. Tucked away into the leg side, they'll think of 2, but I think the outfield's just too quick. And it'll just be a single.
They've been sharp in the field as well, Essex, haven't they?
They've been impressive so far, that is for sure. I think the later the innings went on, we saw Durham just have some mistakes creep in. This one again will just be another single. Single's not hurting Essex at all at the moment.
Hard to see where the acceleration is going to come from at the moment. Both batters struggling to hit the boundary.
Oh, this could be a run out at the bowler's end, but it's not a great throw. And again, that was a run, probably out of desperation. So just singles off the first 4 balls of the over so far. Essex be more than happy with that. Paddle won't beat fine leg, and again another single scrambled through. We see the Durham coaching staff wandering down in front of us. Head coach Ryan Campbell with the old bucket hat on, and Graham Onions.
Yeah, a few of the men's team been heading to the nets before their match in a couple of hours' time.
This one's short and into the pads. Just the 5 from that over. Durham stalling here.
And Smale, very impressive. 3 overs for just 13 runs, having a similar impact for Essex as Catherine Fraser had for Durham on the bowling side.
47 on the board. 9 overs done. As a comparison, after the 10 over mark, Essex was 72 without loss.
Yeah, definitely behind at the moment. And a change of bowling. It's Bryony Gilgrass. Can Holly Armitage attack the new bowler? Again, it's short and pulled away into the offside, but just 1 run.
There's going to be some work to do for Annika Bosch out there at deep mid-wicket. So far, no real damage.
Frustratingly there for Bess Heath, again to the fielder. It was there to be hit, and she hit it, but straight to the fielder. Straight to Grace Scrivens. And that she's got down the ground, but I think it's going to be cut off. Yes, it is. Holly Armitage hurries back for a second.
Good fielding by Joe Gardner as the 50 comes up for Durham.
9.3 overs to get there. We've got a drinks interval coming up, I presume, again. I think the 2 batters will have to have a bit of a chat as to how they're going to manage this. Again, it's another 2.
Batting coach Carl Kurtzer, I'm sure, will be out there with some instructions.
Again, a full toss, which then sliced away and Didn't go where it was intended, but it's got another 2 runs.
That will be the hydration break, as we've seen throughout the Football World Cup. So not a bad over that one for Durham.
But still less than the required rate, so
Absolutely.
It just creeps up. So if you were the coach out there in the middle, what would you be saying, Ash?
The easy option is hit 4s and 6s and don't get out, isn't it? Are we having a drinks break, or is there still a ball left in the over? There is. I was just waiting for the scoreboard to tick over there, but there is 1 ball left. A little bit of confusion there. Umpire Gareth Cross. As substitutes and
Everybody
regular fielders goes back to their positions.
It just gives Ash a little bit longer to think about his coaching guidance.
4s and 6s don't get out. Never.
That is holed
Never in the
out.
world.
Bess Heath holes out to deep square leg for 23 of 20 balls.
That could not have come at a worse time. They thought it was drinks.
Yeah, maybe I spooked that by suggesting that the batters were going to have a chat in the drinks interval, and they're not there together to do it. So.
Yeah, well, that was a half tracker, wasn't it? It wasn't a great ball. It was put straight down the throat of deep square leg. And I guess it's a natural drinks break now, as at the fall of a wicket. After 10 overs, Durham 54 for 3. And Gilgrass picks up a wicket. Heather Graham will be the new batter to the crease to join Captain Holly Armitage, as that rate required approaches the 11 run and over mark.
She's very much impressed with the ball, Heather Graham, but perhaps hasn't played an outstanding innings, and this would be a great time for her to do that.
Yeah, and that's what these opportunities throw up.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to take some form into next week as well. They visit Lancashire, I think, on Sunday, before heading down to the Oval for finals day. What you don't really want to do is to go there on the back of a couple of losses, after they've played some really good cricket this year so far, Durham, to get themselves into this position in the table.
Mm. So run rate close to 11, so we need a minimum of a boundary and over. But 1 or 2 big overs like Essex had can make a huge difference in this sort of situation.
Absolutely. They need a partnership here. They need these two to bat as deep into this innings as possible. Especially the captain, but she needs support. Holly Armitage, she's 24 not out. Not had a lot of the strike in that partnership with Bess Heath.
Yeah, 24, half the balls bowled is 30, so she's not had 50% of the strike.
Nowhere near it. You had Bess Heath with 21 balls, Emily Windsor 13, Fraser just 2. She pulls this one away into the deep, the skipper, and gets a boundary, a much needed boundary, as Eva Gray comes back into the attack and is greeted with a powerful pull shot. Durham need more of that from their skipper. This one hits the stumps and prevents any run. Eva Gray gets up a little bit gingerly off the pitch.
Your favourite umpire has to bend down to pick up the bails.
Expected somebody to do it for him. Straight there. It was just the one bail. Slower ball and driven down to long off. It'll just be a single. It's a boundary off the first ball. 5 so far off the first 3 balls of the over. This is what Essex want. They're now bowling at the new batter, Heather Graham, yet to face a ball.
I think initially, at least, she needs to be looking to rotate the strike and get Holly Armitage back on strike.
Oh, a little bit of hesitation. In the end, it's no run. Good fielding there. Preventing the single. Essex right on top here. Again, another dot ball. Continues to build the pressure, and if you look at that required rate now, it's almost heading to 11 and a halves. 104 off 55. It's a no ball. It's driven down to long off. So Graham gets off the mark, but it will be a free hit to the captain. Is this the spark to get this Durham innings going? It'll be a free hit. Signalled there by umpire Milnes. Hit down the ground. It will be caught on the boundary, but it won't be out off the free hit. It'll just be a single. Essex will probably feel they've got away with that one there. 62 for 3 after 11.
Yeah, 8 off the over, but still below the run rate, required run rate, so it keeps creeping up.
Crowd again continuing to build. Reminder, we'll be back at 6:30 with Durham men versus Derbyshire Falcons. See the leg spin of Jodie Grucock into the attack now.
Plenty of bowling options for the Essex captain, Grace Scrivens. Always an advantage in this format of the game. 6-7 bowlers. A sharp single. Gets home. Heather Graham gets home. Well, that's a
I
good
wasn't
bit
sure
of
about that for a moment. I must admit, I was looking at umpire Milnes at square leg.
Yeah, it's a good bit of fielding. Even though it wasn't out, he'll make the Durham batters slightly more anxious about pushing those sharp singles when they see that the fielders are very much on their toes. Adjustments to the field with a change of batter. Tossed up, and it's through the extra cover fielder, but cut off on the boundary. So just two more to the score.
Yeah, nice work by Esme McGregor out there in the deep.
The Graham backed away there, showed a lot of her stumps, and I was holding my breath there as she just managed to get the bat down on the ball and push it out towards long on.
Yeah, she's trying to take advantage of that offside, all being in the circle apart from long off.
Trying to give herself room and just got away with it. Armitage just pushing one again. Where's the boundary coming from?
It's got to come soon, hasn't it? It's got to be Graham, really, who's got to take up the mantle. I think Armitage is the one who's got to bat throughout the innings now.
That would be good strategy.
And the new batter's really got to come in and pick up the slack.
But they haven't got much time before they need to do that. And she attempts to do that and succeeds in doing that. A 4 through the covers. Uses her feet very well there and drives it away. So that's a better over from Durham.
Yeah, Heather's headset's obviously working out there, getting the message through. It's a nice shot.
Not quite the end of the over, and we've got 9 off it.
Could do with another boundary here.
That would be good. We talked about 1 or 2 big overs. Can this be it? It's a wide, and they've run a by. So she'll have 1 more to bowl down the leg side. That's hit out to deep mid wicket. So a better over for Durham, 12 off it. That's what we need.
Yeah, that's almost the rate now, isn't it? They need 12 and over. Need at least a boundary, if not more, plus a little bit of help from Essex out there. Durham right up against it. Essex on top. But all is not lost. A lot relying on this pair here. Holly Armitage and Heather Graham. 74 for 3. 89 or 48.
The Peruvian-born Katie Coppout back.
I'm not sure she was born in Peru.
Oh, she's not born there.
I think she just
played there.
Yeah, you know. I wouldn't go throwing massive statements out like that, Steve.
I misheard you.
Nah, all good, mate. All good. She may well have been, to be honest.
Yeah.
Likes marmalade anyway. Ramped, but again finds the fielder. Saw those almost going for 4 Grace Scrivens. It was a release shot, wasn't it, in that first half? Managed to beat the fielder behind square.
Yeah, Holly Armitage's innings at this point is a bit like Grace Scrivens. Run a ball, and Grace Scrivens managed to accelerate. Can Holly Armitage do the same?
She manages to scramble through for a single. Single's not hurting Essex right now. Can Graham provide the spark? She tries to heave that away, but gets an inside edge into her pad. And we'll pick up a single. It's now 9 from 7. Armitage just about to run a ball, 34 from 33. This isn't enough for Durham at the moment, as the rate required continues to creep up. It's just about 2 a ball now. 87 from 45. This is clipped away nicely into the leg side. But again, it'll just be the single. All Durham shots seem to find the fielders at the moment. Not able to pick the gaps.
That's been the difference between the 2 teams so far. And losing wickets regularly.
Just the 6 fours so far in Durham's innings. This one's hammered down to long on. But again, will just be the single. Bryden Cast just having a wander down in front of us. Looking forward to seeing him in action a little bit later on. It's been a frustrating year so far for him with injury. Slower ball, really nicely bowled. This could be 2. So it's hit out into the deep pocket at extra cover. And then Graham gets back comfortably. But again, another good over. Just 6 from it. 80 for 3.
3 overs for 18. Impressive stuff. So the batter's having a chat in the middle.
Yeah, it's go time, isn't it?
Absolutely, has to be. And I think we're possibly for both of them really now.
Got such good options. So Eva Gray's bowled 3 overs, Kate Kopak 3, Sophia Smale 3 overs, and then you've got McGregor, Scrivens, Gilgrass and Grucock have all bowled 1 each. So there's lots of options for Gray Scrivens, and I think McGregor looks like she's going to bowl her second over now from the Finkel end. Seven bowlers used so far.
Driven out by Heather
Ouch.
Graham, but it's well stopped there.
Grace Scrivens got one on the knee, I think.
But she won't mind that because she saved a boundary. These singles not hurting her Essex team. Ali Armitage making room but then failing to connect. Good bit of keeping there. Mara Carr, one stumping already.
She's gone unnoticed, hasn't she, behind the stumps? Good sign that for a keeper. Nice and tidy.
Ali Armitage pushes it out into the deep mid-wicket area, but again it's just a single.
It's just never got going, has it, this
No.
innings so far for Durham?
They're only halfway there. And only 6.5 overs remaining. Amara Carr has gone unnoticed until she needs her bootlaces tied.
Get some Velcro.
And finally, a boundary. Heather Graham gets that one past extra cover. A 4, very welcome. We need more shots like that if Durham are going to chase down this total.
Yeah, hammered away. Great hands. Fast hands from Heather Graham. Scrivens diving away. No chance in the covers.
There is room on the offside boundaries if they can pierce that field. She goes again. And it's another 4. Excellent from Heather Graham. This is what we need from a Durham perspective.
It's good from you, that, Steve, identifying that gap. That's a real strong area for her. I might just have to put their mid off a little bit wider and reinforce that area.
Yeah, he's got 3 deep fielders on the leg side, but Heather Graham is going for the offside and giving herself room.
Take some pace off maybe for McGregor.
This time pulls it into the leg side. That's 2.
It's good running that from Holly Armitage. Knows that this scoreboard needs to keep ticking over.
I don't know quite what scoreboard's caught up now. 92 for 3.
12 off that over.
And that's what's needed every over.
71 off 36. Are the magic numbers. Trying to see if there's a DLS score, but as usual with T20 cricket, there's all sorts of nonsense going on the scoreboard just when you need it.
My guess is that Durham are behind it.
Yeah.
105.
Yeah, indeed. Well behind. But just 3 wickets down.
Okay, Kopak to bowl her last over.
Oh, and this could be 2. So it's plinked into the leg side. And I'll touch and come back. Good running. Oh, will they get an overthrow off the deflection? Holly Armitage probably not aware of what's happened there. But again, Annika Bosch out there doing some good work in the deep.
The umpire replacing the stump.
Durham just creeping back into this a little bit at the moment. Over by over. This is clipped away nicely by Armitage, but will just be the single. So they're still behind the game, there's no doubt about that. But at the end of this over, Essex were 110 for 1.
They then had that big over, didn't they?
Chris Thompson's over, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4 fours off the over.
And I think that's what it's going to take, Durham to have at least one really big over.
Graham whips that out into the leg side, but we'll find Annika Bosch out in the deep. It was pretty much patrolled deep mid-wicket the whole way through. From side to side, her GPS will be looking healthy. Scored 48, I think, earlier in the day as well. Yeah, 48 from 37 balls. Hit the most beautiful 6 over extra cover as well. Pace off and paddled. Will this beat fine leg? No. Excellent fielding. It's Eva Gray there at 45, who does well. Saves a couple of runs. That's the people's champ. And Durham's all-time leading T20 run scorer, Graham Clark, just down in front of us. Wandering around to have a little warm-up before the game later on tonight. And again, the paddle straight to short third. And Armitage goes for 43 and is at the end for Durham. Big moment for Essex as Durham lose their 4th wicket with 98 on the board.
It's going to put a lot of pressure on the remaining batters now.
That middle order of Rogers, Marlowe, Thompson. They've got a lot of work to do as the captain goes for 43. Not a fluent best today. Played some lovely drives earlier, but was really starved of the strike in most of the partnerships that she's been in today. It's Mia Rogers is the new batter to the crease. Essex firmly in the driving seat now, Steve.
Absolutely. That wicket, absolutely crucial for them.
Clever bit of bowling as well from Kopak, just pace off.
She's recognised that Armitage has tried that shot a few times. It's always tempting with fine leg up, but if you don't get it quite right, then it can be the end.
Yeah, she made a change of shot as well, didn't she? She was obviously looking to go over fine leg first of all, and then it was the width outside off stump with pace off, having to turn her hands and trying to hit it over short third, and a comfortable catch. Last ball of over number 15. Rogers advances and hits this down to long on and gets off the mark. Durham will end that over 99 for 4. And at the same stage, Essex were 110 for 1.
And Katie Kopak, 4 overs, 1 for 25. Good day's work for her. Batters having a chat. Hit it, I think. Yeah.
Durham had to get home for here. We're about to see something spectacular. Because right now they're in all sorts of trouble. One positive is that Kate Kopak has finished, and you mentioned there are figures there, 1 for 25.
McGregor to continue.
1 for 19 so far for Esme McGregor.
Starts with a dot ball. Mia Rogers hit on the pad.
8 boundaries so far for Durham. There was 18 and a 6 in the Essex innings. 18 fours and 1 6.
Well played by Mia Rogers. And that's going to be a 4.
Yeah, you don't catch them, do you? We've seen that
Spin
today so
away.
far.
Yeah. Use the pace of the ball.
Yeah, 100 up for Durham. Fortunately, it's come 15.2 overs.
Yeah, just 60 minutes, but 15.2 overs. T20 goes quickly. Can she find the boundary again? No. Through to her fellow keeper.
Yeah, good captaincy here from Scriven. She's bringing long off up into the circle and dropping fine leg. So if Rogers is to find the boundary, it won't be via that paddle. Making her hit a strong shot. I like that.
Four boundary fielders on the leg side, so offside's the way to go. She can make room. And pushes it out into the offside, onto the onside. She'll be looking for 2 and will make 2. That's intelligent play there. But we need more than just 2s.
Yeah, it is clever batting, but it, again, doesn't really hurt Essex, does it?
She needs to try and make some room for herself, I think. And
Yeah, Casey Aldridge having a wander round.
that's gone away. Should be another 2. They're going to get this in 2s. They're going to be tired.
It's not going to be enough. What do they need? About 13 and a half, I think,
Yeah,
and over.
Yeah.
But you're right.
I think she's going to have to try and be bold and make some room for herself and try and access the offside boundary. But there's the ring of 5. It's an interesting field, isn't it? Oh, she's
wow.
gone over again, scooped it over, but I think
Oh, this could be
Gonna
run out by
hurry
half a
back.
pitch. Oh, she's dropped it. Wow.
gets back for 2. Bit of help from the keeper.
Yeah, Mara Carr has been so tidy.
Yeah, maybe a bit of the keepers' union there.
maybe. Rogers survives.
I think she's done a good job this year behind the stumps, Mia Rogers.
She's a tidy cricketer, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's done well. There's probably a lot of spotlight on Bess Heath with the gloves, and then she's taken on that role. Bess had some injuries earlier in the year and has focused a lot on her batting. It's already in double figures, Rogers on 11, Graham's on 22. Smale is going to come back into the attack with a left arm spin. It's been miserly so far today.
I think this is a big over.
It's got to go. 3 overs for just 13. You feel that something is going to happen in this over, one way or t'other. What a full toss that's hit straight to the fielder.
She got the power to try and hit it over extra cover.
Yeah, couldn't beat Gilgrass there. This one, she finds extra cover and they get through for a comfortable single. Essex won't be bothered by that at all. As you look at that rate required now, it's 14.5 per over. This one's through from Rogers and will race away for 4. Victor Main up in a flash to get out of his chair to help retrieve the ball. Gets down, hits it into the leg side. One bounce out to Annika Bosch, who does brilliantly out in the deep. Durham needing 2 and 3 boundaries and over now. You just can't see that coming at the moment. It's a good Yorker from Smale, using their angle, coming wide of the crease. There's a bit of a fumble in the deep, and Rogers scrambles back for 2. Excellent running from Mia Rogers.
Very alert to the fumble there to take advantage and get a second run when shouldn't really have been one there.
This must be a boundary. And it won't be cover. And will it be a run out rather than a boundary? No. Rogers gets home. Ends the over. So although that's gone for 9, Essex would be more than happy with that. And that ends an excellent 4 overs from Sophia Smale, just 22.
Yeah, no wickets for her, but only 22 runs is the important thing in this context.
Yeah, 45 from 18.
That's very tough in any match.
Indeed, 15 and over. You're almost thinking, how many sixes do I need to hit here? And Durham are yet to hit one in the innings and have 2 overs to the huge boundary on the leg side as well.
Grace Scrivens coming on herself. Her second over, just 6 runs from her first over. So again, this interesting field with a ring of 4 on the offside, just 1 deep on the offside, and boundary fielders on the leg side. That's a single. They'll take that every day. Short, pushed out to deep mid wicket. I think Heather Graham back for the second. But again, Essex very happy with 1s and 2s. The rate accelerating away now.
Yeah, it moves really quickly at this stage of the innings, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that's hit away into the offside, but again just 1. Durham have just struggled to hit the boundary in the way Essex did towards the latter part of the innings.
Yeah, and although she struggled through a lot of her innings, probably up until she was 50, a lot of credit's got to go to Grace Scrivens for the way that she finished that innings.
And the fact that she stuck it out when it wasn't easy for her.
100%.
Yeah.
She got to 85 from 64 in the end. 12 fours.
That's heaved away into the leg side, but just another 2. So still no boundaries off this over. But there a boundary does come off the last ball. Mia Rogers moving neatly across her stumps to pull it away down to deep long leg. So she's been bright and breezy at the start of her innings. 25 off 13 balls for Mia Rogers.
Yeah, it's been a nice little cameo from her at the end here. 25 from 13. Graham, 28 from 19. But you just feel it's too little too late. The difference so far in the innings is that Scrivens' acceleration at the end as Alex Lees heads around to the nets. that acceleration from Scrivens, and she got some hands as well, didn't she, towards the back end. In the forms of Grucock 12 from 9, Smale 14 from 9, but that main partnership of 94 between her and Annika Bosch looks like it's set up victory here for Essex, and a happy trip back down the motorway on a Friday night. Eva Gray's going to bowl the penultimate over from the Lumley end. 1 for 16 so far, and a tickle of an inside edge from Heather Graham will run away for 4.
These two
30 off 11.
These two are doing very well, but have they been left with too much to do at the back end?
I would say yes, Steve, but you never know.
I rather suspect so too.
You never know. There's an excellent Yorker. Rogers is halfway down. Will she be run out? No, she gets back. Pace off. Helped around the corner. And this will take some stopping. In fact, it can't be stopped. And another 4. 26 from 9. It's the everything must go sail.
"36 off 22 deliveries for Heather Graham."
Up there with the high score of the year, is it?
I think it is. I was just going to check that.
This one's hit in the air. It should be a comfortable catch in the covers. And that nice innings from Heather Graham ends on 36 as Eva Gray picks up her second wicket. Essex have their 5th. And Durham need 26 from 8. And now 5 down.
It is her top scorer in the Blast this season, but her dismissal makes it even more difficult for Durham.
Yeah, comfortable catch for Jodie Grucock there in the covers. Took it well. Emma Marlowe, the new batter, to the crease.
So 26 needed off 8 deliveries. It's going to be spectacular if Durham are going to get home from here.
Two for 24 for Eva Gray so far. This one's clubbed down the ground. Will just be the single. Bring Rogers back on to strike. .25 from 7. Again, pace off. This one's hit away. Grucock can't stop that one in the covers. Marlowe comes back for 2. And it's a direct hit, which is very close. Umpire Milnes. Not in the mood to give a run out. Says no. And that ends the over. Durham need 23 from the last.
So it's been a good performance in the field from Essex. They've fielded well, bowled well, made it difficult for the home team. So I think it's Esme McGregor to bowl the final over. Again, all the boundary fielders are on the... I think they've got 5 fielders outside the ring at the moment.
Yeah,
I was slightly confused there.
Need one more in.
As to whether one of the fielders was actually off the field of play, but then had to bring one in. So all the boundary fielders on the leg side. Just a single for Emma Marlowe off the first ball. So responsibility with Mia Rogers. Got to find the boundary now.
Yep. 4 4s and a 6.
Yeah, I could do with a handy no ball or two, really, I think.
Couple of snookers. Graham Onions and Graham Clark.
Ball hitting the helmet, that sort of thing. And she holes out.
Maybe not a wicket.
Yeah. Had to go for that, really. So Mia Rogers, 27 off 14 balls. Nice cameo from her.
Yeah, she's played nicely, hasn't she? She's
Yeah.
full of intent. I mean, she had no choice when she came in as to really have a crack, but she's been one of the more fluent Durham batters today. She'd be disappointed that she hasn't.
Yeah,
Put more of a dint in that.
Yeah, she essentially scored at the required rate when she came in. So, bit of long handle from Grace Thompson required.
A lot of long handle.
Yeah, 4 sixes.
Thanks to everybody for watching the stream today. There's been some excellent numbers. We appreciate your viewing. Durham's T20 campaign at home coming to an end. Still have Lancashire away, plus finals day, which is an outstanding achievement for the girls. Today hasn't gone the way that they'd planned, but you've got to take your hat off to them. They've had an outstanding season and they're building year upon year. Our second year in professional cricket here in the North East for the girls. There's been some serious progress made under Danny Hazel and her team, but they've still got work to do next week to try and bring some silverware back up the A1.
Driven back down the ground by Grace Thompson. Thinks they've had a second run, but that'll be futile now at this point.
To also have 2 of the girls playing in that test match down at Lord's as well. Both taking wickets. India 274 for 7.
And to come back into the team for finals day. Well, that's a nice shot there from Emma Marlowe. Four for her. Yes.
Villiers and Filer with a couple of wickets each in the test match.
Oh, that's good. Good to know. Squeeze down to fine leg. Emma Marlowe gets back for a second run.
Last ball here. It's been a pretty comprehensive win in the end for Essex. That big over that Durham needed has just never come, has it, in this run chase?
Not at all. Oh, I think she got home.
That wraps it all up, doesn't it?
Yeah, Durham 150.
Yeah, 150 for 6 on the back of Holly Armitage's 43. Some cameos really. Bess Heath, Heather Graham with 36, Mia Rogers with 27. But then just never really got their innings going. They lost Fraser early, And from there, they just never had any momentum. And Essex have got home pretty comfortably in the end by 15 runs.
13.
Sorry, was it?
12.
Even better, we're getting closer.
We're getting closer, but we can't change the result, Ash.
Scoreboard's well behind. But yeah, victory for Essex. Well deserved on the back of an excellent performance from their captain, Grace Scrivens, and some really tight bowling, Steve.
So thanks for watching this afternoon, and if you're not able to get down to the Banks Homes Riverside for the men's match, it starts at 6:30, then I hope you'll join Ash, and I think it's Gordon Mutchell joining you later at 6:30. All the best.